Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this particular video, we'll be looking into the concept of proof of work consensus mechanism, which is the very first consensus mechanism that we are going to look. This is the most important and widely used consensus mechanism, so it's a very recommended thing to watch it carefully. So I recommend you to watch it carefully and understand the logics behind it. By the end of the video, you will be understanding POW, what is the mining process, what are the cryptographic puzzles, nouns and hash concepts, and its advantages and limitations. So I hope you're excited. So without further delay, let's start. Now, in the previous video, we already have seen the consensus mechanism concepts. Basically, we ensure here that all the nodes in the blockchain network agrees to a same ledger state. Different algorithms are there for looking after all these things, and one of the algorithm is proof of work, which we are going to look in this particular video. Now, proof of work (POW) is widely used. Okay, some of the cryptocurrencies which are using POW are Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin. Now, what exactly is proof of work? Proof of work (POW) is a consensus mechanism where miners compete to solve a complex cryptographic puzzle in order to create a new block. So basically, there are some entities who are called as miners. They compete with each other to solve a particular puzzle which is cryptographic. So, whichever miner will win in this particular case will have a chance to create a new block. The first miner who solves this particular puzzles will get the right to add the block, okay, and will receive a reward also, cryptocurrency in return. So it's not like they will only get a chance to add the block in the blockchain network, they will also get a reward in return, okay, and that reward is nothing but some additional cryptocurrencies in their transaction account. In simple words, solve puzzles, create block, earn reward. This is the work of miners in proof of work. This entire process is called as mining. Okay, mining ensures that new blocks are added to the blockchain in a secure and decentralized way. So through the process of mining, you get the creation of a block. So I hope this particular proof of work overview is clear to you all. Now, why proof of work is needed? POW helps to prevent the double spending problem, which we already have seen in the previous video. If you haven't watched that, please have a look at it. Secure the blockchain network. Yes, it secures from the attackers. It make attacks computationally expensive. Yes, it secures the blockchain network from attacks, and it make attacks computationally expensive. Even attackers would need huge computing power to manipulate this particular blockchain. So this is the beauty of this particular algorithm. Now, without proof of work, a malicious user could easily create fake transactions, but with proof of work, attackers would need massive computational power for making the attacks. Okay, so this makes the attacks impractical. Here, security is guaranteed. I hope why the POW algorithm is needed is clear to you all. Now, let's have a look at the role of miners. I already have told you there are some entities known as miners in this particular entire process of mining. Now, what are the rules of them? Let's have a look at it. In POW blockchains, special nodes called miners perform the work. Miners are responsible for collecting the transactions from the users, verifying the transactions whether they are valid or not, checking that, okay, combining them into a candidate block, creating the candidate blocks, solving the cryptographic puzzles as already said, and whoever solves it will win and earn reward. And once the cryptographic puzzle is solved, then broadcast it to the network, I mean all the nodes in the blockchain network. Now for doing this particular work, the miner receives reward. They That is called as a block reward, okay, newly created cryptocurrency, the and also the transaction fees paid by the user. Okay, so both these things are received by the miner who wins. So I hope this rule of miners is clear to you all. Now let's have a look at the structure of mining process. Okay, so there are some steps involved. Very first step is that user sends the transaction. Okay, whenever a transaction happens, the user sends that particular transaction to the network. Transaction is collected into the block. Next, the miner searches for valid hash. Okay, hash is something, hash is a term which we are going to look into upcoming slides. Okay, so miner searches for valid hash for that particular transaction. Then puzzle is being solved by all the nodes. They try to solve the puzzles. Then block is broadcasted to the network. Okay, once the puzzle is solved by a miner, then the block which is created, which will be added to the network. Other nodes will verify that particular block, and then only the block will be added to the blockchain. So these are 7 steps which are involved in the entire process of mining. So it takes around 10 minutes for a Bitcoin process to create a block and put it in the network. So Bitcoin block time is around 10 minutes, which is huge, right? Now, the mining process has three main characteristics. First is that continuous competitions among the miners. Secondly, high energy consumption is done in here. And thirdly, strong security and decentralization is being maintained in this particular process. So I hope the structure of mining process is clear to you all. Now, let's have a look at the cryptographic puzzle, which is basically involved in the PoW. Now remember that the core PoW is the cryptographic puzzle only. Miners must find a special value called nonce to produce a valid block hash. Okay, so there is a new term that is being added which is called as nonce. So the task of a miner to solve the puzzle is to find a value which is called as nonce so that they could produce a valid block hash. Okay, now the basic idea is that when the nonce is combined with the block data and passed through a particular hash function, so there are certain hash functions which are being followed. So the very first task is to find the nonce value, okay, and combine it with the block data, then pass that particular thing through a hash function. It must produce a hash that satisfies the network's difficulty requirement. Okay, so goal is this: it should produce a block hash that satisfies the network difficulty. And how the block hash is created? It will be created with the nouns with the block data. Then pass both of them to the hash function. Output we get, that is your block hash for that particular instance. So if the block hash which is being produced is satisfying the network's difficulty, then in that case it is valid. Now example condition is that hash must start with this many number of zeros, like this is just an example condition. Like that, example conditions are set in this particular network. Okay, so that whenever they reach a scenario where they get this particular thing, okay, then only that particular nouns will be termed as valid. Remember that Bitcoin uses a hash function which is SHA-256, which is very strong hashing algorithm. Now remember that miners repeatedly change the nouns until the hash meets the required condition. So I hope you're understanding what exactly is being happened. The miners choose the nouns, they add it to the data block, right? And pass it to a hash function to get a block hash. And then they check with the condition whether the condition satisfies. If yes, then the miner will win. If not, then again that particular miner will choose a new nouns value. Like that, the competition goes between all of them. So I hope the process of the cryptographic puzzle solving is clear to you all. Now, let's have a look at the example of mining puzzle. So let's say we have a block data, transactions plus previous block hash. Okay, so remember that whenever you talk about of block data, it is not only about the current transaction, it is also about the previous block hashes. Okay, now, every miner will calculate what? It will first choose an ounce value, then it will add it with the block data. Okay, block data is nothing but your transaction plus your previous block hash. And then both these things will be passed on to the hash function, which is SHA-256. So this is what miners will calculate. Now, trial attempts would be like this. Nonce equals to 1001. In the very first case, nonce is chosen. Okay, they get a hash value as this, but this is not meeting the condition. It is not getting a hash which is beginning with 6 zeros. Okay, so that is why next nonce is chosen, which is 1002. Again the hash which is in the outcome is not satisfying the condition. Next again the nonce is chosen as 1003. Again the hash value that is being produced is not a correct one. Finally, in this particular case, when the nonce is 5892, 234, okay, which is a random value which is being selected. Okay, when when the hash function value is being calculated for this particular nouns, the beginning of the hash value is the six zeros, which we already have set the condition that the hash value should be containing the six zeros at the beginning, right? Now for this particular nouns, the hash value is getting six zeros at the beginning, right? So that is why the puzzle is being solved. So whoever solve this particular puzzle will win the block reward. So I hope you are understanding the entire process. Now let's have a look at the difference between mining and verification. Now, mining is what this entire process where it includes. Okay, so this is computationally intensive. Okay, it is very difficult. It requires billions of hash attempts. It is high computational, and a much and huge power is needed for it. It is energy intensive process and it is time consuming. You know that. Uh, right? We already have seen that 10 minutes are required for a particular block to be added into the blockchain network for Bitcoin. Now, when we talk about the verification, it is easy. Okay, here verification is being done by all the nodes who are involved in the entire process of blockchain network. Okay, but miners will only be responsible for doing this mining task. Now, in verification, it is easy. It basically uses single hash calculation. It is instant in terms of time. Any node can verify. Okay, all the nodes are eligible for this, and this is a very efficient process. Now, let's take a simple example of verification. So, miners claim that for a particular nouns 589234, we are getting a particular hash value which is meeting the criteria which we have set. The node calculates the hash value of this particular data block and the nouns, okay, and they check that this is being satisfied or not. If it is being satisfied, then it is termed as verified, otherwise not. Okay, so if hash matches, the block is accepted by the verifiers. So I hope the process of mining versus verification is clear to you all. Now, when we talk about the mining competition, thousands of miners compete simultaneously around the world. You can see there are four miners over here: miner A, miner B, miner C, miner D, who are in China, USA, Europe, India, respectively. All the miners try different nouns values simultaneously. First miner to find the hash value which is valid, they will broadcast the block and they will receive the reward after getting successfully verified. Other miners then start mining the next block. Like this the process goes, and the competition is not only limited to a particular region or an organization, it is worldwide. Okay, now blockchain networks automatically adjust the mining difficulty. Okay, the goal basically is to maintain a constant block generation time. For Bitcoin it is 10 minutes. I already have told you that, right? So every time it should be having this particular approximated time only. It should not exceed it, or it should not do it beforehand. So the goal is to have a constant block generation time. I hope this is clear. Now, how the adjustment will be done basically. So if the miners becomes faster, basically if the mining process gets done easily and very fast in a jiffy, then in that case the difficulty parameter which is involved in the particular puzzle will increase. Okay, so that the time will be adjusted and it won't be fast, it should be approximated to 10 minutes only. If the miners becomes slower, then in that case the difficulty will be decreased. Okay, the difficulty parameter will be decreased. Like this the concept goes on. This keeps the block creation stable and predictable. So I hope the difficulty adjustment concept is also clear to you all, and how it is being adjusted. Now let's have a look at the advantages of PoW. It is very secure, as already said, extremely difficult to attack. Okay, even attackers will think twice before entering the blockchain network because it is computationally huge. Advantage is that it is highly decentralized. No central authority is needed, right? Proven reliability is being observed over here, used by Bitcoin since 2009, and still it is being used. Resistant to manipulation, tamper proof by design. So I hope you are understanding the advantages. Attacking the network requires more than 50% of the total mining power. This is called the 51% attack, practically impossible for the major networks. So I hope the advantages are clear to you all. Now, with advantages, disadvantage also comes. So the very first disadvantage, I hope you also might have understood, that very high energy consumption. Bitcoin mining consumes huge amount of electricity globally, which is comparable to small countries. It requires expensive hardware. Okay, mining farms use specialized equipment like GPU, okay, and ASIC, that is application specific integrated circuits. So all these high quality hardwares are required for the mining to be done. Next, limited transaction throughput. Yes, Bitcoin processes approximately 7 transactions per seconds. So which is limited, right? So these are some of the disadvantages of proof of work. Now, let's have a look at a real world example. Okay, Bitcoin mining. Mining scale is like a miner tries billions of hashes per seconds, right? To get a particular hash value to get satisfied with the condition. Now, these are the mining machines, ASIC miners. Okay, these machines are specifically designed for SHA-256 hashing, nothing else. Now, large mining farms operate thousands of ASIC machines. So this brings us to the end of the video. I hope the entire concept of proof of work consensus algorithm is clear to you all. It is a successful consensus algorithm, and hence it is used by the renowned cryptocurrencies Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and many others. So I hope the concept is clear, the examples are clear. If you guys have any single doubt, put it in the comment section. I'll be happy to solve it. For more such videos, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also hit the bell icon and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Please join me on Telegram. Thanks for watching. Have a good day ahead.